there for all to see. And you're right about the treasure. It's there to be found, and you don't always have to take the direct route. But get off the ship, find some dry land, keep away from the water, and you'll be more than rewarded. But also be very, very wary. The bounty's not for everyone. So grab your 6-iron and don't walk the plank. Just going for a little extra. What a great shot. Whoa, that is long.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
Second shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Even par early on. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything, and it's kind of scary, to be honest with you.
It's a very stout par 3, well protected in the front by those two bunkers. Might be a little bit of treasure in there. Our commentary box to the right. Leave that alone, please. Small enough green, but it certainly provides a good target for a par 3 that's in the mid-200 yards.
Speaking of targets, I mean, there's plenty of cannon fire out there. You could take one across the bow right here. You could walk away with big number and some big hits. Birdie try up next. Well, you could hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. One of the game's most electric performers, Ricky Fowler, now over this birdie putt. Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Drops it, and he's at even par. This one just requires a little bit of focus. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Frank, this is not an easy tee shot, trying to thread it between those two giant trees.
Third hole, Captain Hook. Par 5. Really just keep it down that left side, very, very close to the coastline. Good tee shot. You might be able to get home for 2. But rather than hook your second, you're going to have to slice it.
Frank, look at that tree in the distance. Looks like the face of a man carved out of it. I'm just seeing things right now. I'm spooked by this golf course. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, these conditions set up very well for, who knows, maybe a record-breaking round.
Well, maybe some sort of land levy.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
This is a birdie putt for Fowler.
How did that not go in?
Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. And so just getting started. Even par so far. This for birdie. Now 2 to the good side. Here at the 4th, Frank, what's the best way to take on this hole?
It has to be a good tee shot, Rich. It's a dogleg left, but you don't really worry about that fact. Worry about the fact that the fairway is anything other than straight. So somehow just find a little sliver of fairway. Then you're going to find that second shot that much more inviting.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. He just missed the bunker. Ricky Fowler, a Gen X superstar, ready with his approach shot. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Now at 1 under for the round. Drops for a par. Fifth hole, Frank, here at Treasure Island. It's an uphill. It's clear uphill par 4.
And not very long, just a little bend to the left. Maybe the longest hitters might be able to get close to this par 4 with their tee shot. Otherwise, it just sets up to a nice little pitch to a very irregular shaped green.
And the Jolly Roger up here, the skull and the crossbone. But those bunkers are sort of fascinating because they don't appear to be really well maintained the way you normally see.
Well, every time you play this hole, they get a little deeper. I think them pirates have been out there digging for anything other than balls.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
So, Frank, downhill shot, what's the right way to play it?
Well, normally downhill, you're also reducing the amount of loft. So you got two choices, either hit a little bit easier or actually take a little bit more loft.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Just a well-played approach shot right there. Only about 10 feet away and a good look at birdie here. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Oh, hello there.
Huge bonus making that one.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just like that, now at 2 under. Frank, I just love the features of Treasure Island. Most golf courses, you're hitting around trees and bunkers, but here you have that sort of strange formation right in the middle.
Yeah, it's like a big needle-nosed rock there. But the view that you get on the tee because of the severe elevation makes this hole that much shorter. And the goal, needless to say, keep it left to that. And, well, that second shot should be rather welcoming.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Birdie try up next. He'll need to be strong with this. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, this is some hole. This is a par 5, the 7th. It snakes its way all across the island.
You think in a direct route you could be able to reach this par 5 and 2, but the rock down the distance nearly makes that second shot impossible to try and carry over that. Plus the fact it's a lot of uneven lies down here on this fairway. Step sort of drops down in level as it goes down the left side, and chances are you won't get a flat lie for that second shot. So play this as a 3-shotter.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
Second shot.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
These putts keep the round together. Good solid work right there and stays at 4 under. Settles in over the putt. So just a formality here. Has his par. Frank, that looks like a landing strip down there, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like a cross as well, but really we know, because we're on Treasure Island, it's an X, and it marks the spot of the 8th green, the par 3. You won't get gold, you won't get silver, but you might. You might just make a bird.
Wonder what's under that green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. This is an 11-foot putt. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Ricky Fowler trying to roll this one in. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Could really use this one. It's for birdie. Tough break. Four under on the day. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Frank, I have to be honest. I'm tired of looking at you. It is nice to look at a pretty feature on a hole. How about that mermaid out there?
I never noticed it, Rich. I was looking at the shipwreck in the distance.
It's all golf with you, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle.
Well, when he goes after it like he is here, that is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Good score going, now at 2 under par. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing, too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. Frank, you're in the business of analyzing golf shots.
I don't want to see that one again.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, you and I have done commentary in golf all over the world. Have you ever seen a par 5 anything like this one?
No, I haven't, Rich, and I don't think I ever will again either. Treasure Island, there's only one of them, that's for sure, and there's only one hole like the 11th there. 5 different fairways to choose from.
5?
5, and it depends on your level of ability and how bold you are. Another little bit of fairway up there, well, if you can't reach this par 5 and 2. But if you're really, really game, you go down the thinnest, longest right side, and you can and will reach the par 5 and 2.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, 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 rough.
Oh man, not a good shot at all.
It was wicked. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, here at the 12th, again, you need to make a trip across a couple islands.
Well, that's the thing with Buccaneers Bay. All those choices to be made. There's 5 places, really, to find dry ground. The first 3 for the mere mortals. But if you really want to power up on your EA Sports game, look at the 2 in the distance. You hit something special, you just might find land.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. Rich, I think he's going for a different green. Are we on the wrong hole?
That's not a green in regulation. That's a green in miscalculation. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
Well, this is a humbling game, isn't it, Frank?
Well, shots like that, not to be proud of.
How about 7 under par now? Just a shade over par, +1. Par 5 13th now at Treasure Island, and Frank, this is a tremendous hole.
Many persons become shipwrecked here at 13, Rich, because of the multitude of choices here. Firstly, with the tee shot, how far you hit it down there, and then, more importantly, with the second shot, so many different options there, even perhaps going for the par 5 and 2. Stay calm, stay dry, and you'll get through 13.
Easy for you to say, stay calm. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Frank, sadly, I've been there too often. In the water, you get down on yourself. What's the right way to approach this mentally?
Well, you've almost got to take a step backwards, Rich. This can add up so quickly. So give yourself a little pat on the back, say it's fine. I mean, you're human. You're allowed to hit bad shots. But the big thing now is to avoid 2 in a row.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the 3rd shot.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important. That's as bad a shot as I've seen for a long while. Oh, this is way offline.
He knew it right from the start. So after all that, it's a bogey. Good round going at 6 under. Frank, the thing about Treasure Island is at any point a player could stop and consider just where they are. And if they're not where they need to be mentally, they could really be thrown off their game. You're right at the base of a volcano here.
Well, it's a chance for your round to heat up, too. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start. He's gone for a little extra.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
These putts keep the round together. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Well, no problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, now the climb begins here at the par 3 15th.
Up we'll go, that's for sure. The rather meager 145 yards is going to play much longer than that because of the steepness of the elevation. So you better club up, club accordingly. But there's a reward there. We're going to get closer and closer to the heat of Treasure Island.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. It's in!
He made an ace, Frank. Can you believe it? Wow.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
And setting up here in the rough. Pretty good shot right there. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Partner, what do we have here at the par 4/16?
They call it Devil's Elbow, and I guess that's because it looks like an elbow and it goes to the right. But there's no funny bone. Look, it's been taken away, so there's no laugh if you go left or find that ravine. Difficult par 4, really, because you have to be precise there, and that green cut quite away into the side of that, well, Rich, it's a volcano, and it's starting to heat up.
Excellent drive, Frank. Right where you want to be. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
This ball never even looked like it was going down the fairway, heading way right.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, that was a pretty good shot right there.
Yeah, he's done well to minimize the damage.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Well, Frank, these winds have not at all subsided. Still a challenge.
Yeah, but the same for everybody, and that's where you've just got to adjust your own mental par. Golf course was going to be difficult when you teed off. It's certainly no different now.
Settles in over the putt. So close. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the par 4 17th. 366 yards from the back tee here to the middle of the green. Not much room for error here, Frank.
Yeah, it mightn't be long, but the price you pay if you're offline, especially to the right, you pay with your life.
Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Frank, he's knocking them down and picking them up.
Oh, it's just taking pins out, one after the other.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Fowler attempting this for par. Hasn't been easy, but he'll take it. That's a par. 3 over for the day. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Moves to -8. Frank reminds me a little bit of TPC Sawgrass, the famous island par 3, the 17th hole, except here you're hitting over lava.
And things, if they haven't already heated up, they heat up right here. Just a par 3, flash it across the lava, if you can. Find the green, if you can. Then make your way to the green, if you can.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Yeah, about 145 yards left here.
Rich, I think he's going for a different green. Are we on the wrong hole?
That's not a green in regulation. That's a green in miscalculation. That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
Yeah, good tee shot, though. So see if he can string a couple of good shots together now.
This is a good-looking shot. A good 20-footer here. Fowler has run into trouble here, and he needs this for a double. Ouch. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.